Hello again. Now the main stories in London. A man's been arrested on suspicion of murder after a woman died in East London. Police were called to Earlham Grove in Newham just before midday on Boxing Day after concerns were raised over the welfare of a resident. A woman in her 20s was found dead and a 26-year-old man was arrested at the scene. A man is due in court charged with the murder of a man in Peckham. Jabari Gooden was stabbed outside a barber's shop 10 days ago. The 27-year-old died in hospital. Mamadou Lamin Fall is charged with his murder. Two others are charged with perverting the course of justice. Travel plans are being disrupted because of planned rail engineering works. There'll be no Southern Railway trains from or to London Victoria until the 3rd of January. Train services between London Euston and parts of the East Midlands are reduced, and there are no Chiltern trains to or from London Marylebone. Now, London shoppers kept away from the West End on Boxing Day. Footfall was more than two-thirds lower yesterday than in 2019. That's according to retail expert Springboard, while Sam Holder's been on Oxford Street.
So far, Oxford Street and Regent Street are virtually empty. The number of shoppers, a fraction of what you'd normally expect to see, capping off a really disappointing weekend for businesses in central London.
We're having a really good run up to Christmas. Londoners were back out there supporting the theatres, the restaurants, people were back in the offices. So November we saw some really good figures. We had some days that we were up against 2019, so it was a hit for the West End, a really critical trading time. But as I say, hopefully this will be short and sharp, and 22 we look to optimism, hopefully coming out of this pretty quickly.
Whether the new year brings new hope for shops here will depend greatly on what the government does in the coming days. Any further restrictions will almost certainly see a further drop in shoppers.
You know what?
Sam Holder there. Now let's take a look at the weather. Chris Page has the forecast.
Making the most of it, whatever the weather. Octopus Energy sponsors ITV London weekday weather.
Hello there. Very good afternoon to you. Yes, I hope you enjoyed the festive period, but as we start today, well, we've still got more cloud around in the forecast. Outbreaks of rain begin to push their way in. Some outbreaks of rain, the wind strengthening at times, and top temperatures 9 to 11 degrees Celsius. That's 52 in Fahrenheit. Now, the cloud stays in control of our weather through this evening and overnight. There'll still be some outbreaks of rain for a time, misty and a little murky to start as we go through Tuesday morning with temperatures of 9 to 10 degrees. Through tomorrow, the wind will be more of a key feature, so a windier day to come than today. Still with outbreaks of rain, but the rain tending to fizzle out by the afternoon, often on the cloudy side though, and highs around 9 to 11 degrees Celsius. As we go through Tuesday and into Wednesday, we've got another area of low pressure driving in outbreaks of rain. So a wetter day to come on Wednesday, but all tied up in here is some very mild air, which means that as we go through the rest of 2021 and into the start of the new year, our temperatures are above average. And actually, by Friday and Saturday, it could be a little drier. Take care.
Octopus Energy sponsors ITV London weekday weather.
That is all from us for now. We'll be back at 5 past 5. Until then, have a very good afternoon. Bye-bye.